So this is Shalaya with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today we are going to be going over the website 101 class. These are the class notes here on the screen. If you need me to drop this again in the chat, let me know, and I will drop the link there. So the first thing we are going to do is log into Command. So you're going to want to go to agent.kw.com. And just a reminder that the username is not case sensitive, but the password is. If you are having any issues logging in, you can click the little eyeball icon and that will give you a view of the password to make sure it's keyed in properly. Once you have that there, we'll click sign in. So the first thing we are going to do is dive into the marketing profile, as that information feeds directly to your marketing, including your website. So we're going to go to the top right, and if we click on our name, we're going to go to settings. You're not going to click on this profile button. This is a different profile. So we'll go to settings here. And then once the settings loads on the left side, you're going to want to find connect settings. So you'll see general settings, command settings, and then connect settings. If we click on that, we'll find the marketing profile. So you want to make sure that your marketing profile is completed before you start editing your website so everything feeds over properly. If we did set you up, most likely your marketing profile is already completed, but if you need to make any edits to it, you can do that through here. So we'll start from the top down. So you first have your headshot photo. You do want your headshot photo to be a square, and the recommended size is 360 by 360 pixels. If it does look distorted here when you upload it, that is how it will look on your marketing. If you need your headshot cropped or resized, you can email that over to us and we can adjust that for you. And our email is support@scottleroymarketing.com. So you'll want your headshot photo to be a square. For the team logo and the Market Center logo do not need to be a square. If they do look distorted, they will fix themselves, so you don't need to worry about those as much. We do recommend having a team logo here. If you are not on a team, you can use just a generic KW logo or even the little realtor logo. And we also have those included in our class notes here. So you can download these to upload to your marketing profile to use. The reason we recommend that is some of the marketing that you pull, if it doesn't have a team logo there, it will show up as a broken image. So moving on to contact information, you do want your name to match the legal name that is on your license to make sure that you are within compliance. Be sure that your license number is keyed in here properly. If you are on a team, you can have your team name here. And do note that anything marked with a red asterisk here is required. If you have a job title you want to put in here, or you can take this out and put realtor in here, although it does have that in your designation credentials as well. If you have a catchy business slogan you want to use, you can throw that in this slogan box here. If you do not have a slogan and it's something that you want to set up later, the marketing profile does require this, so it will not let you save it if it's blank. But a workaround for this, if you click on this text box and just put a space there, it will let you override that and save your profile there. So if you have a military affiliation, that can now be added to your marketing profile. You have the option for active duty, reserves, veteran, as well as military spouse. And once you select your option here, then it gives you the option to select the branch over here. Moving on to the bio. So the way you see your bio here is how it's going to show up on your marketing. So if you have spaces between your paragraphs or things like that, that is how it will show up. So make sure that is formatted the way you want it to view on your marketing. If we've set you up, there's probably going to be a generic bio here. You can go in and edit that when you are ready. Or if you send us your bio through email, we can get that updated for you as well. If you ever do need to update your headshot photo, we do recommend sending that to us, as there's multiple places where that needs to be updated. That way we can make sure that it reflects everywhere. So going back down, so you can put your mobile phone number here and then your office phone number. Make sure you are using the correct information for compliance. If you are not in the US, you can change this with this little drop down here. For your business email, this does not have to be your KW email. If you have another email that you use for your business, you can enter that in here. And then this is where your website domain will be once your website is set up. Moving down to Market Center information, you want to be sure that this is reflecting your correct Market Center to make sure you are in compliance in your marketing. And again, with this Market Center logo, you don't need to worry that it looks distorted here. It will look correct on your marketing. Down to legal footer text. So you do not need to put anything in this box. You don't need to add the each office is independently owned blurb. That is automatically on all of your marketing. So if you put it in this box, it's going to show up twice. You do have the option to add legal footer links. So if you are a Texas agent, this is where you can add your IABS forms and your CPN. And if you are a New York agent, this is where you can add your operating procedure. You do have the option to add legal footer images. So these would show up at the bottom of your marketing. Do note that these show up pretty small. They are only 128 by 48 pixels. So they're kind of little thumbnails, but you can use that to add extra designation logos. Or if you want to use that for vendor logos, just keep in mind that it does show up pretty small down there. Social media. So this is where you can add direct links to your social media business pages. If you add these links in here, this will add the links to your website. So be sure that you are adding your social media links before creating that website. If you need assistance in creating your business pages, if you send us an email, we can send you some information on how to create those. We have some tip videos to help you do that. Google Analytics down here, there was recently an update to Google Analytics, and Command is working on updating this to work, but it is currently not active. When they do update that, the way it works is you would put that tracking ID here, and it would track the traffic coming to your website. So once you have your marketing profile filled out, you will hit save. At the top of your profile in the right side, you do want to make sure this toggle is green. This is what feeds your marketing profile to your website and marketing. So you always want to make sure that this is toggled on here. So once we have the marketing profile filled out, on the left side, checking that chat box there, we do recommend using a business page for that, yes. So on the left-hand side, we're going to go to this bottom tab. This is the consumer tab. If you're not familiar with what each of these icons stand for quite yet, if you click on the red KW in the top left corner, that will bring out more details on these icons. So we're going to click on consumer. So this is where your website will be set up. If you're not already set up, you will see a blank page here that says you do not have any pages. So we're going to show you how to get those set up here. If you are ever looking for your domain URL, this is where you can find that. If you go to the consumer tab at the top, you'll see configure your agent site here, and this is your domain. So if I click on that, that's going to open our website here. So I'm going to keep this tab open so you can see what this looks like as we go along. So in the top left, this is what those logos look like. So you'll see that Market Center logo is not distorted here. And this would be that team logo here. So going back, so we're going to get started by going into the Kelly guide. So on the right side, we're going to click on Site and App Settings. And then in the top right, we're going to click on Learn More with Kelly Guides. And then once this pops up, it's going to give you the option of agent site or consumer settings. So we want to click on agent site. And for those of you that joined late, I am going to drop these notes in the chat again for you. So this is the Kelly guide that will walk you through getting your website set up here. So once this guide opens up, we're going to click on Get Started. And this is just going to be a little compliance reminder here. So we're going to acknowledge and continue. So the first step here is claiming the subdomain. So if you already have a domain created, it's already going to be here. If you are just starting out, you can create your domain here. It does give you information on the restrictions. So it does have a 30-character limit, no spaces, no special characters. And if you enter a domain that's already claimed, it's not going to let you claim that domain, so you will have to choose another one. You do only get one website, so you are not able to create additional websites. You can only have one domain. So if we click on marketing profile information, you'll see that this is going to pull over all that information that we keyed into the marketing profile. So that is why we want that to be our first step in setting up the website there. So we're going to go through here. And then once all of that is confirmed, we're going to save and continue. So because I took that domain out, it just wants me to confirm. And I may need to back out and start over here. There we go. Okay, so on the next page, we have style and theme. So you do have the option of red theme and dark theme. There's not a big difference here. It just kind of changes the looks of the accent wording. So moving down, so homepage text. So this is where you can change the title of your page. So that is the text that shows up on the homepage above the search box here. So this is that homepage text. So you can change this to say whatever you would like. Moving down, these are hero images. So these are the images that run through on your homepage. It's kind of like a little slideshow here. You can have up to 5 images on here at a time. If these generic images don't really reflect your business, you can upload your own images here. And if you go to those notes that I've thrown in the chat, we do have a few website options up here for free stock images. So if you're not using your own personal images, but you want to change those images, we do recommend using free stock images rather than random images from the web, as you can kind of run into compliance issues and copyright issues there. So we have Unsplash, Pixabay, Pexels, and Creative Commons. So those are all free to use if you're looking to change those images out. Before changing, you would have to delete these since it is already at the 5 image max. So once you delete one, then it will give you an option to upload additional images there. Once you have that done, you can save and continue. So this is where it's going to get into your pages. So this is going to be your company page here. So this page is usually more about Keller Williams, or if you're on a team, you can base this page on your team. So under the search engine, so this would be the page title. So right now it's About Us, which would be based on Keller Williams. If you were to create this as a team page, you could put the team name in there, or you can leave it as is. Your URL slug, and then your SEO description. So just a reminder that SEO description is the blurb that shows up when you're Googling a website. So we're going to move on to content. So we've got some things in that website 101 class notes that we throw in there. So we've got the page header here. So this would usually be about your market center. You would see your market center name here. So I'm going to throw in about Scott Leroy Marketing. And then I'm going to go to our website 101 notes, and I'm going to grab this intro paragraph, and I'm just going to copy and paste that. So you can either highlight and Control C on your keyboard, or you can right click on your mouse and copy. So we're going to go in there and we're going to paste that there. So now we're going to go back to those notes. So for section 1 headline, we want that empty. So this one's already empty there, as you can see. If you have text there, you can go ahead and delete it. And then that section 1 paragraph, again, we'll copy. And then we'll go in here and paste. And then same for section 2, make sure you delete that section 2 headline. And you can copy and paste that section 2 paragraph there. If you are looking to change these images out, that's where you would upload images here. So under section 1, you can upload. Section 2, you can upload. So if you were trying to make this about your team page, you could put paragraphs about your team and upload photos of your team here. So that's a good resource there if you're trying to advertise your team, if you're on a team there. So for footer title, we'll copy that from our notes and paste, and footer paragraph here. So once you have that information keyed in, we will continue. And this is going to be our About Me page. So again, if you'd like to change the page title, you can change that here, your URL slug, and the SEO description. We're going to go under content here. So your title is going to pull from your marketing profile. And then you can change the bio title if you would like that to say something else. And then our bio is going to pull from that marketing profile. So although in the marketing profile, you saw the spaces there and you can see them here as well, even though it's not reflecting on the preview on the left side here, it will reflect those spaces once it's submitted. So I will go over here and show you how that looks once it's finalized. So you'll see once this page loads, it does have that spacing in there like it's supposed to. So at the bottom, you can change the text down here. If you ever need to change your phone number, if you do have a phone number update, email update, headshot update, anything like that, you can email those over to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we can get those updated for you since there is multiple places where those need to be updated at. So once that's all in, we're going to continue. And then we have the contact us page. So again, you can update the page title if you'd like, your URL slug, and that SEO description. And then we'll click the drop down for content. So you can edit the information that shows up here. So this intro paragraph is what shows up under the title. So if we were to take that optional text out there, it's automatically going to update your preview on the left as you're updating. Your message hint, so that's what's going to show up in this little message box as a suggestion. So you can change and edit that however you would like. And then again, your phone number and email, and this pulls right from that marketing profile there. Do note that when you're first initially updating your website, this will pull from your marketing profile. If you do make edits later, say to your phone number, email, sometimes this does not update automatically and it will have to be updated manually. So that's why it's sometimes easier to just email us those updates that you need. So we'll go ahead and save and continue here. And then once that's done, it's going to bring you back to the Kelly Guide page, and you'll see all the checkboxes at the top that all the steps are completed. So we can click on the X in the top right corner. And it should take us back to that consumer page. Yep. So you'll see your pages listed here. And on the right side, if these eyeballs are teal, that means they are live and active on the page. If you ever see these grayed out, that means those pages are not currently active. So if we go to site and app settings on the top right again, this is where you can make simple updates to your website once you've created those pages. So if you wanted to edit or change that title text that's on your front page, you can update that here. If you want to change out those hero images, you can do that through here. You don't always have to go back through that Kelly Guide to make simple changes. You do now have the option to set registration limits on your website. So if you would like your visitors to have to register on your website after viewing 2 or 10 properties, you can set that up. Basically, how that would work is after they go to your website and view however many properties, then it's going to require them to sign up and make an account. And that would allow them to come into your database as a lead. You do have the option to add virtual tours here, which is pretty neat. So if we go back up, so if we go under URLs, if you ever want to change your domain at any time, you can update that here rather than going back through the Kelly Guide. Once you update that, you'll hit Save Changes in the bottom left. If it is available, it will give you a green message at the top saying that it was successful. If that domain is not available, you'll get a little red message here saying that it was unavailable. So once you do have that new domain entered in, it does give a notice on the left side that it can take up to 15 minutes for this to be reflected. We have seen that it can usually take actually more, up to 30 minutes. So if you do update your domain and it's not working right away, just give it a little extra time. This URL is for your consumer app. So if you're ever looking for your URL to share your app with anyone, you can find that here. You have the option to add featured listings to your website. So featured listings would show up on the home page. If you scroll down under that search bar, this is where you would find featured listings here. Typically, you would want to feature only your own listings to be sure you're within compliance. If you are trying to feature other agents' listings, we do recommend reaching out to your broker first to find out what the regulations are within your market center. Under theme, so this is where you can quick change your theme from dark to red. And again, that's just the little accent colors here. It's nothing too serious. And then agent site pages is where you can see where those pages are live. And you can also change the order of these pages by clicking and dragging them. And you can also update your SEO description here if you wanted to add more information to that. For anyone joining late, I am going to drop these class notes in the chat again. So I will also go over how to add a download my app page. So if you're looking to add additional pages, if you click on create new page in the top right corner, so you have the option to create a page on your site or as a landing page. So we're going to do on my website. In the top left, you can change the name of the page. And that will automatically save once you click off of it. And then on the right side, I'm just going to click and drag on this download my app option. We're going to bring that over here. And then we do not need to configure this widget. So from here, we'll just go ahead and hit save changes in the top right. And it's going to ask, would you like to continue and publish your page? So when you go through the Kelly guide for your initial pages, those automatically publish. Whereas when you create additional pages, they do not. So once we do that, it's going to take us to our agent site pages where we can add that page into our website and make it live. So on the left side, we're going to hit add page. And then we're going to find that new page that we just created here, download my app, continue. So the page title, so we're going to change the name on that. And for the URL slug, and SEO description. And we'll save that there. And that's what's going to make it live on our website. So I'm going to drag that up and reorder that a little bit. So now if I go to our website and refresh this, we'll be able to download right there, download my app. So once you publish a page, it goes live right away on your website. There's no downtime. And there's your drop down there. You can view all the pages on your website. So you'll see here your social media links. This is where those links on your marketing profile would carry over. So if you do not put your custom links in there, these will just go to generic pages here. So you want to be sure that's updated. If you're not sure how to update that, if you email us your social media links directly to your business pages, we can get that updated for you as well. So that's about all we have today for the website 101. You can go back and review this on our YouTube channel. This should be uploaded either later this afternoon or tomorrow. And you should be able to access these class notes in the video description. If you need them at a later time, you can also email us and we can send them over to you as well. And again, you can reach out to us anytime if you have any questions or running into any issues at support@scottleroymarketing.com. I hope you all have a great rest of the week.